put it up this morning and you guys seem to really love it, even if it's a small little piece. Wake me up. And I'm gonna explain it now. Sorry I don't have tabs for it. I just made it up this morning. So I'm gonna try to teach it. I know it's a small piece, but it's not gonna be that easy explaining. I think it's gonna take much longer than to play it, of course. So I'm gonna get you through it, through finger setting. And let's hope you guys get it and play it and have fun with it, because it's a really fun piece to play and very smooth, soothing and smooth. And who knows, maybe one of you can actually extend it, because that's how all songs or compositions, they actually start out with a single melody and then it just goes on and on and on. Okay, so let me get you with the finger settings to start with. It's not really difficult. You want to hold the guitar with your thumb actually pointing towards, let me turn the guitar over, like this, pointing upwards. Any classical player will tell you to hold it like that. Don't really twist it or something like that, but don't worry, it's gonna help with the barring. Okay, we're gonna use this index and we're gonna bar on the 5th fret, the first 2 strings. Sounds a little bit like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be another lesson, I guess. Then keep that little bar and you're gonna place the middle finger on the 3rd string on the 6th fret. I'm just making them up as I go along, so bear with me. And then the ring finger is going to go on the 7th fret on the 4th string, and you should have this sound. Now, it's still not exactly right, because you're going to need to place that pinky on the 1st string on the 7th fret. Yes, I know you're barring with the index as well, but it's just a shortcut when we're doing the soloing on the 1st string. Really helps out. And we also have these first 2 basses, the E and the A, nicely open. Now, I'm gonna get you a better view with the guitar like this. Yes, I will. Okay, and we're gonna start holding this shape with the pinky down, and we play the 1st and the 2nd, or the 6th and the 5th, whatever you want to call them. We're gonna roll down. The second time I picked that string, I just lifted up my pinky. Now there, I pick it up again. I pick up the 1st string again. And I did a hammer-on pull-off with the pinky. Hammer-on pull-off is where you place the finger on the fretted note and you remove it again. And it always helps to slide it off. Don't just do this. It's much softer. You want to, like a flamenco player, pick it off. Okay? Then holding this shape again, you're going to play with your index, the 3rd string, with your middle finger, the 2nd string. Then we're going to play 2 bass, if you want to call it a roll. I'm playing the 5th string, that's the 2nd bass, and then the 6th one. Now on the 6th one, when you play it, top E bass, you want to press with your thumb on the 2nd fret. I know that's a little stretch, but it's a nice technique. You can also play it like this if you like, but you do need to hold down 2 more strings. I use the index for the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and the 2nd fret again on the 2nd string. The reason I do this is because it makes it easier later on to play the next notes much easier. This thumb technique is used by many players. Don't be afraid to use it. If you play classical guitar, I know it's not the best thing, but Clapton uses it, a lot of great guitarists use it. Whatever works for you guys, just do it. One more time, last time I promise. Don't tell me I'm over explaining. Coming back to this shape after this little melodic part, let's see what happens after these 2 basses. We're going to play with the index finger, the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string. And while the 2nd string is ringing, you want to use your ring finger and hammer on the 3rd fret of the second string. And then I pick with my ring finger of the right hand the open E string. Next part, placing your index finger on the first string on the 4th fret, and at the same time you pick that, you want to pick with your thumb the open D bass. That's the 4th string. Then you're going to place your middle finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Then you want to place your ring finger on the 3rd string on the 6th fret and pick that 3rd string with your index, the 2nd string with your middle while still having the previous shape. Now when you pick the 2nd string, you want to pluck the E open bass with it. I'm going to turn the angle a little bit, and I'm going to play from this part slowly. Let me tilt a little bit. It's not easy for me to play like this, but at least you can see my fingers. And if you can see also my right hand, one last time I promise, and I'll move on. And then we go back to the previous thumb shape with the 2 fingers on the 2nd fret of the 2nd and 3rd string, and you're going to pluck with your index your middle, and again like before, when you play with the middle you want to pluck the top bass while fretted with the thumb on the 2nd string, and then play that E bass open again. Alright, let's continue. This is a very offbeat part, but I really wanted to put it in. I could have played it more let's say correctly musically, but I really like the weirdness of it, and it should sound something like this. Now let me break that down, turn the camera again a little bit this way. There we are, this is our beginning. And you're going to place your index finger on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. That comes quite easy. And on the 4th string, the 4th fret. Cool. And I just roll down thumb, ring finger, index finger, middle finger, and then ring finger. The ring finger obviously hits the open E string. That really resonates in your ear. Here it's a little bit tricky. I'll even twist the camera more, give you a better view. What I did there, I picked the E string again while stretching just a little bit my pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string, and I pluck it. Right after the note you play it and it start ringing, you want to slide. Okay? And at the same time you pluck it just before you slide, you want to also play the 4th string, which is pressed from your previous chord shape. And it really sounds off, but it blends nicely. Then straight away I lifted the pinky off. So I get an open E string. Now I'm going to play the E string one more time, but you want to put an open D bass. That's again the 4th string as you played before the slide. Here's the fingering one last time from the last part. Here's the right hand, a little bit higher view for you guys. Just so you can see which fingers I use with the right hand, because maybe if you guys don't know how to use in some pickings, you can also train your ring finger, because the ring finger can also pick solo notes very nicely. And now this is very easy. Again, we're going to go to the previous shape, which this is the 3rd time we're coming to this one, but in this case we're not going to use straight away the thumb. I want an open E string coming from you, the top 6 bass up here. So you're going to play the 3rd and the 2nd string, pressing again with your index and middle on the second frets. And the second time when you pick with your middle, you want to play this top bass. You repeat the same thing, index middle with your right hand, and when you play the middle, you play the top bass, but the second time you want to place the thumb on the second fret. It just really gives a nice deep bass to it. And once again, you lift and you play an open bass by itself. Now there's just a little bit left until I finish it. I'm really glad YouTube allows 15 minutes because we're on the 11 and I think I'm gonna finish with one go. I'll play it slow, I'll keep this diagonal view for you, or I don't know if you prefer a little bit more this way and see less of my right hand, maybe you are more interested on the left hand. Write a comment about that and tell me what you prefer, guys, so I can do it in the next videos. Here we go, slowly, slowly. There might be a small thing I actually forgot to mention before. When you're playing well, basically just keeping the middle finger from that part and sliding to one position gives a different effect. Now, finishing it off from very simple now. Let me turn again. See, adjusting the camera, just like you guys asked me to. We're going to keep this shape right here, and we're going to play with the right hand, thumb, index, middle, and ring, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. Then you place your ring finger of your left hand on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and play that along with the 4th open string. Quite easy. Then the 1st string open, then the 2nd fret on the 1st string with an open E bass. Then with your ring finger go to the 4th fret of the 1st string. Then take that shape we did in the beginning and simply play those 4 strings without the pinky down. And that last little thing I do at the end that sounds like a little piece of heaven, it's an artificial harmonic. I'm not going to get it too deep into it. Basically, because I'm pressing on the 5th fret, I have to start counting from the 12th metal here, 5 metal frets more down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our metal fret we want to hear the sound. There's nowhere else that sound is going to sound correctly on the 1st string if you're not pressing, if you're pressing on the 5th fret. So count from your 12th metal fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll try to explain this as best as possible. In this angle, I place my index on top of that fret without pressing down, and with my thumb I'm ready to pluck it. And when I pluck, I lift off. That gives a different sound. I've got only 30 seconds to finish. If you have any more questions, give them to me. I'll try to help you out. Guys, join us on Facebook. There's hundreds of people there commenting and having fun. I try to answer more questions there because it's not so easy on YouTube. If you like my lessons, please give a donation, giveorloseit.com. Thank you, God bless. Make sure you comment and rate. See you on the next one, guys.